What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our Survive in Java series. Yep, we're back over here at the main base today, and there's a bunch of projects up on our wall that I need to get around to doing. Not too sure if I'm actually going to get to doing any of them today. Oh, actually, that one. Yeah, it's not going to be a main project, it's just going to be something that we need to do in order to carry on doing what it is I want to do. Now, what I actually want to do is add on a section to our, the zombified piglin farm, and add 8, is it 8? It's 16 per, and I want 2 stacks per trade, so it would probably be 8 clerics that I want to add, but then I also want to infect them a stupid amount of times to get the rotten flesh trade down to a silly low amount. So that's in the hopes that I can get it down to 1 flesh per emerald trade on each of them, which means I'm going to need a source of apples, because yeah, I've got 3 apples to my name, and I don't fancy just permanently planting and harvesting oak trees for like the next 6 days in order to get enough. So I have sort of created a little redstone contraption, pretty much just a leaf crusher more than anything else. It's just 2 leaf crushers either side, and then it will just push the single block that I need in order to plant another sapling. And rather than it running off an automated system, it's just going to be running off of a hopper clock to push that log and shift it all out of the way, which I think is probably going to be the best bet for it, so that way it doesn't really interfere with anything. And it's getting to night time. Of course it is, because I've just started recording. Why wouldn't it get to night time? So just getting to night time, or it's hard to tell when I'm flying. Which way are we going? Yes, it will. Yes, we're getting to night time. So let me go sleep, and what I'll do is I'm gonna try to find locations to where we can build the apple farm. I really want to replace this activation for a a target block, and that way I can just like lob a trident at it each time I come in, rather than having to do that. Because each time I leave now, it's sort of one of them things that like proper triggers me if I don't close it, and then it'll open the door again. But yeah, it is what it is. And if you're wondering how comes my paintings have changed back to the originals, it's because I haven't updated the vanilla tweaks texture pack that I've got running after the 1.16.1 update came out. So I need to actually swap out the paint files for the ones that I was using, which I just haven't got around to doing. But let's head off over to west, where our tree gizmos and gadgets tend to be built, because I've already designed like just a basic bog standard. It's like a couple of double piston extender wall crusher deal type things that I want to do, and it's going to be built here or somewhere around here. Let's find somewhere a little bit more temp/permanent. I could probably clear a little area around here and just whack it here and then probably house it, because it's not something that I can foresee me using like a stupid amount, but it's definitely something that I wouldn't mind having permanently available for us to use. And it's very rare that I build something sort of, it's one of them unforeseen things that I've never expected to have to build. Now, there are obviously going to be countless versions of just standard leaf crushers or oak tree farms that the byproduct's going to be apples, but I suppose for just strictly doing this for the apples, I've not seen too much people do. It's always been like big massive automatic tree farms that blow up the trees and you get the apples and saplings as a byproduct. That's not really what I want. I literally just want the apples. So yeah, I'm just going with a standard leaf crusher, and what I'll do is I'll build it all off camera and I'll just bring you back once it's done, rather than it take up an entire episode doing so. Alright guys, so I spent around about the better part of, would have been about half hour or so building it, and then about 45 minutes to an hour AFK in order to get the apples, which I have put aside, which is there. I managed to get 62 in just under an hour. Now, after having done all of this, I was going to take you through how it all works or not, but the case being is that you can actually get the apples off of the farmer villagers, which I had no idea about. But what happens here anyway, I'll just quickly show you, is that it's a very simple basic sort of tree farm without the actual tree farming part. So a tree will grow. I forgot to actually turn it on. That's usually helpful when it comes to redstone mechanisms. This whole thing just runs off of a hopper clock. So it will push that one log out, and then the leaf crushers will come in, crush the leaves, and then any apples that do get caught will go into here. So we do get an absolute bunch of saplings, as well as the occasional apple from each tree. And because it's running on a clock, it will just continuously run, and the only block that we're removing is the one that we're able to then plant the sapling back on the block. So I just stay down here, it breaks the leaves, and then every now and again I'll get the apples. But considering that it's like 1 emerald for 4 apples from a farmer trader that's got the actual trade, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be using this for apple farming all that much. So it's one of them little projects that I thought, oh yeah, I could fill a bit of an episode and come up with a design of just bog standard sort of leaf crusher thing. But yeah, once again, it's one of them things that after forethought, I didn't even think about trading, considering the whole aim of this episode is me aiming to reduce the cost of trading the villagers. I should have really looked at the trades that some of them already have, like the farmers. I didn't even pay attention to, but I needed apples in order to get golden apples, in order to cure zombified clerics, in order to get the rotten flesh trade down cheaper. But yeah, that's nevertheless, this little building is probably going to be a permanent staple over here next to our tree farm area, and I will sort of decorate the area. And I'll probably run a pathway off that goes over to this and cover it up and decorate it a lot better than obviously what it is at the moment. Because I can still use it if I need saplings for any reason, or sticks I tend to get in large quantities over here. And not to mention, it's just another little redstone gizmo that, because it's not auto activated and it's not constantly running unless I've got it switched on, it's not actually doing any harm whatsoever, it being over here, and I can't be asked to tear it down. But I've got a bunch of resources on me in order to head on over to, I don't know why I keep on flying past the portal in my tree farm in order to head to the nether. But yeah, if we go back over to our main base, and what we want to do is actually extend the platforms on our gold farm to make room for clerics. So yeah, let me get over there. Okay, so up. Oh, for God's sake. I don't know why. These skellies are just forever spawning in our bartering farm. And besides sort of spawn proofing the entire thing, I really don't know what to do. I know that Jack's been over here doing the potion brewing, extending. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of extended potions. And I think they've got another batch sort of running through the system now, because they were just throwing gold through the actual bartering system, which means I don't even know what it is that they was collecting here, but they are stocking up our supply of all of the things apparently. I've got to be careful with some of these. Wow, that's a lot of glowstone dust. I can't see us needing much more of that. As long as it's not reached the 3rd chest, I think we're good. A load of magma creams. Oh, wow, soul sand. We are not shy of soul sand, nor are we shy of gravel apparently. And then I think they was doing it mainly for the fire resistance potions, but yeah, we've got a bunch of all of that, and we've got that pretty much doubled because we've got the other side as well. So let's just make sure. Yeah, okay, hello friend. Okay, get rid of you. Let's just have a quick nosy over here just to see all of the slash potions still. Just gotta make sure that that's not overflowing. This one, oh yeah, okay, so it is got a lot. Wow, iron nuggets as well. More glowstone. Crying obsidian is always great, and so is obsidian. Yeah, so we've got an absolute butt ton of that, and we actually want to go over to our gold farm now, because I actually want to extend the platforms, but I've got to be really careful in extending it to the point that the zombified piglins can't actually land wherever I extend it. So yeah, because on the inner edge there where the railings are, when you get the zombie horde spawns, they can actually spawn on the blackstone stairs for some reason, and for the life of me I can't really figure out why. So what I may do is actually extend this platform coming down here and have our trade center behind our enchanting setup, just so that we don't run into an issue of them trying to drop directly down onto the villagers. We could probably move our enchanting setup and then have the trade center there, and then move this towards the front end, so it's underneath the kill chamber. I think it's probably going to be the better bet, because we're going to need enough room to have 8 of them here, and I don't really foresee... Has this got silk touch? Yeah. I don't really foresee another way of ensuring that we've got that much room, but I am going to have to extend the platforms and move all of this stuff around, but that's not going to be an issue. Once I've sort of got the layout of it sorted, I'm also replacing all of the orange glass down here with red glass and extending this platform thing, because I'm not overly happy with the way that it looks anyway. So yeah, once I've got all of this in place, I'm ready to start getting villagers and mucking around. Ow, I forgot that they hurt you. Once I'm ready to move villagers, and I'm happy. Did that one fall? Is that something that just happened? And I've got 3 and 1 damage. Awesome. Yeah, once I've got everything in place, and I've got their holding cells in place, and I've already run the rail to transport them, and actually found somewhere that's got villagers, is actually going to be helpful. I do believe the Germans still have a villager breeder up and running, so I may go hit them up and see if I can't pinch some off of them. They are in the savannah biome, so I think there's going to be orange jackets if we snatch them from them. And I'm alright with that, because that would actually match our sort of, don't know, our design or our colour palette over here. But yeah, I'm going to crack on and sort of build their little home area over here, and see what I can't work out. I have got a whole box of building supplies on me, so we can have some fun. Yeah, I guess I'll catch you back in a bit. Alright guys, so I've sort of built up a few pods, and I've got Psychotica actually helping me on this one. I've built up a few pods with Jack was actually over here first of all helping me build the little pods that we're going to be holding our clerics in. And then I've decided to go for like a mass infection and cure them, because they need to be cured 5 times to drop their prices all the way down, which I tested in Redstone just with around about 3 of them. I'm thinking doing a mass sort of infection, then curing them all at the same time, all 8 of them, and then just bringing the zombie in to go infect them all, sort of segregate them into boats and whatnot, and then bring the zombie back out and sort of rinse and repeat 5 times until I've got their prices, and then move them up, rather than trying to do the whole curing thing up there. I did jump around sort of base hopping looking for someone who had villagers, and Psychotica again came to rescue. She's actually got a villager breeder, she's over there breeding them up for me now. And at the moment I'm in the process of powering this very, 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 very long power cable, or power line, or powered rail. There we go, I got there eventually. All the way over there in order to transport the villagers over to here, and hopefully we can have this set up in no time, but I'm fairly sure somehow I'm going to manage to make it a stupidly long task to do, like I did with the apple farming, when I could have just went to Psychotica's and traded with one of their farmers, but yep, it's me just making things even more difficult on myself as per usual. But yes, hopefully I should catch you back when we're ready to do the sort of mass infections and see how badly we can make that go, because no doubt I will manage to make it go that badly. So yeah, I guess I'll catch you back in a bit. So we're going for probably the first sort of mass curing to see if this works. I'm hoping that they sort of stay aggroed onto me, rather than attacking the one that's going to be cured in a boat with them first of all. And provided this works, then we can just let him out another 4 times, and that should do it.
Exciting way I've made my base more dangerous.
I've died enough for one day. Maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Go on. You've only lost like one half set of gear.
If you have fire resist, it'll be fine, and I can give you an 8-minute one.
Alright, I'll come look later. I'm gonna have dinner really, really shortly.
Food.
Okay.
What's for dinner? What?
Breakfast for dinner, like breakfast food, eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you have some weird shit for breakfast, so that could be like normal dinner.
That's not a lie. I think he talked to me once, and I was having Brussels sprouts for
Yeah,
breakfast.
yeah. You said Russell Sprouts, and I was like, I'm sorry, what time is it there again? What's the curing time frame?
I want to say it can be up to 5 minutes, right?
Okay, that's one. And he's not getting attacked.
A
2. Are they still in the boat?
Oh, are they?
I don't know. They're standing up, but I don't know if that's counting
I
them
think
as in
zombies
the boat.
sit in boats and villagers stand in boats. Yeah, I can't get in the boat.
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
Well, now we know it still works.
Come on. Just you now, buddy. There you go. Let me check their trades. Make sure they're all equal. Yeah, they're all on 26, so we should now be able to let... What have you named him? What a deal. Okay, sure, why not? Should be able to let What a Deal out to come and eat the villagers again. So you stuck pathfinding on the fucking boat. Come on, dickhead, over here. Seems to be going to plan. Just the last boat.
No, one more.
Okay. He's also stuck again. You go get the villagers. Okay. That's a lot of them. Kind of buddy. Ouch. Okay. Look at the timer. Alright, so it's now the next day for me, and we have actually done all of the group infecting and group curing. Jack's actually gone and taken the zombie away to do their clerics now, just because having a 1-for-1 trade with rotten flesh, although for some reason it's gone up to 2, which is something I was not foreseeing. Is that because they've not interacted with their workstations? Or is this going to gradually go up in time? This is something I've not yet tested, but it may be a case that we may need to constantly infect them, which may be a bit of a nuisance, but hopefully it doesn't continuously rise. I'm hoping it's just because they've not interacted with their table. I know this sometimes happens with the librarians, that when they don't interact with their workstations, their prices actually change. But then when their prices change, they usually allow you to trade with them. So, yeah. I'm going to start moving these guys. I've got some pods or some cells up there which are hopefully adequate enough to hold them. But whether or not they are is another question. So we are going to need some minecarts. I'm a little bit worried that once I put them in there and then break the minecarts, I'm either going to hit them or they're going to go just running everywhere. But we are going to want to bring up the hit boxes because we're definitely not going to want to hit these guys. Let's just get you two out. Thank you. And then let's see if we can't run a track over to one of these guys. Then do like so. Can you just... Okay, not what I wanted because your mate's now on the actual line. Okay, fine. One at a time. So otherwise I've got a bad feeling the other one's just going to come shooting up there. Okay, so there should be nothing that he can suffocate in or on. Should just go straight in there, drop down, and then we can bust you. And then we can bust you. So we are going to want... Okay, so they should not be able to get over that, and then we're going to want the workstation. We may lose our minecarts here, but you know what, it's worth it. Do that. So he's now at his workstation, he should not be able to get out anywhere, and hopefully he sort of links up to that one properly. Whether or not he does is another question, but that's out of our control. But he should not be able to get out of there, and even baby zombies should not be able to jump from the half slab platform up and over. Even if there was baby zombies, but I've yet to encounter baby zombies coming for these guys, especially the zombified piglin version. So yeah, let's do that. Pretty cute. I'm fairly sure that you can't have stuff spawn on things that have the workstations on. Okay, yeah, I'm going to move the rest of these guys in, and hopefully their trades reset back down to 1. Otherwise, this could have been a very, very futile exercise, getting it down to 1. But worst things first is that we're going to have the clerics up here in order to trade the rotten flesh, and it's just a very steep learning curve for me today, if it is, because figuring out that you can trade apples with villagers and then figuring out that you don't keep the 1-for-1 trade would be another very bad learning curve for me to learn. And I think I've learned enough for one day that is sort of against me in the game of Minecraft. Okay, I thought I lost one of those over there. Yeah, let me crack on and get the rest of these guys moved. Okay, so I've got all 8 of these guys up here now, and I'm now just making sure that everywhere's spawn proof down here. Now I've had to make sure that it is directly below a big section of the farm, because we do get the occasional zombies spawning on the black stone in a ring. We don't want them sort of pathfinding, dropping down onto the platforms, but even if they do, we've got the workstations as well as the trapdoors in front of these guys. So that shouldn't be an issue, so they should never actually be able to get in there to attack them. If we manage, I've never seen a baby normal zombie spawn up there, but on the off chance that we do, it's unlikely that they're going to be in the perfect position to land on the platform in order to get to these guys to attack and kill them. And even if they do, I don't think they would be able to get up and over because we've got the trapdoors above. But I did actually do another trading cycle, and these guys are now dropped back down to 1. And I think it's because it's a whole supply and demand things, and you can't constantly just trade the one item and expect to get maximum back. Now I'm just doing this and just getting as much of the redstone as I possibly can off of these guys, because yeah, redstone is always handy for me to get. And obviously they don't want you just constantly trading non-stop rotten flesh with clerics in order to get as much redstone or as much emeralds in order to do other trades with them. But I think this is definitely a way to go, and they're still sticking at 1, so I'm counting that as a win for now. But what I will be doing is be trading with these guys a lot, because I've got stupid amounts of rotten flesh already stockpiled. So I will keep an eye on how well these trades are, build up my redstone supply, because this is absolutely freaking amazing being able to get this much redstone without actually having to move anywhere. We are going to need a crafting table, and I am going to have to clean up the track that I've got running down, because at the moment everything's a little bit of a mess. Yeah, what I'm going to do is tidy up, do the edges of this platform, as well as replace our enchanting station area, which can probably be at the front end now. Thinking about it, it can actually go underneath this main chamber area, just so it doesn't give any more drop-in space for the guys that spawn on the blackstone. And yeah, so I guess I'll be doing that. So I guess I'll catch you after I've done a lot more trading, and to see how far, or to see if we actually manage to break the trades with these guys. I'll definitely bring you back and let you know. Alright, so I've actually been doing this trading for quite some time now, and the price does not appear to be going down. I think it went down just because I done a lot of sales and no purchases off of them, just to lock in the trades and to level them up. But once I started trading the other resources, like I bought a bit of glowstone and I bought some lapis, and I've just been buying non-stop redstone. And as long as I'm buying the redstone simultaneously, I'm actually making more emeralds than I am able to actually spend for these guys, because you're able to do 16 trades of the emeralds but only 12 trades of the redstone, which is perfectly fine. It just means that we're building up 2 separate resources doing so. We are sort of passively creating our emeralds whilst we are getting the redstone for future projects, because that's definitely one of my difficult points, which is a little bit weird considering at the moment I'm working on a mega project in order to get unlimited amounts of redstone. But having these guys here is definitely a plus, because I have been buying also dirt, but also enchanting for repairing stuff on the go should I need to. So we've got a bunch of them in one of our potions chests, and I can just sort of show you how much I've been acquiring. So got a bunch of gold from obviously being over here at the farm, acquiring the emeralds as a surplus, and then acquiring the redstone also. Oh wow, you know what, we've actually got enough to make a perfect full stack. So the 6 stacks of redstone blocks, and honestly it's like I'll go up there for around about 15-20 minutes, and then I'll come down here, and then I'll usually do like 2 runs of the trades before these guys lock up for the day. And then depending if other people are online or not, if they're sleeping away the night, then I can obviously do trades a lot quicker. If I wanted to, I could possibly, I don't know why this one didn't reset redstone. Why are you not good? If there were other people online sleeping the night away, then obviously I'd be able to do a lot more. I am tempted to move a nether portal down here with a clock, just so I can hop over into the overworld and actually just have like a little cubby hole that I can sleep the night away in. For some reason this guy didn't reset his redstone trade either. Some of them are just being awkward for some reason. I'm fairly sure that sound is them resetting. Not you. Not you. But we are obviously getting a bunch of levels doing this crap as well, which is always good. Not that we need them for anything, but I did accidentally manage to get Psychotica killed in my gold farm, so she actually lost half of her stuff yesterday, which I did my best to replace. I think the only thing I didn't manage to replace was her bow, because I didn't actually carry, so I've been sort of replenishing my stock of pickaxes, shovels and axes and whatnots, and I still think I need to sort out probably a couple more pickaxes, couple more shovels, and then a couple more, the hose as well, because I've not actually got a backup one, which is a little bit strange for me. I've got a full backup set of armor and another backup set of armor as well, somewhere in one of these things, yeah, over here. So, and I've got a backup sword and another backup sword, so some of them have smite, some of them have sharpness. But yeah, as for today, sorting out this sort of super deal with the sentry setup, because as you can see I can get quite a lot of trades through these guys without having to replenish the rotten flesh in my inventory, which is absolutely insane, and I love it, because needing redstone, obviously don't need it so much anymore, and it allows me to continue with other projects elsewhere that require quite a lot of redstone. And are you guys reset? No, you're all being fussy, but still. Let's see how much we got there. Another 26 blocks, another 8 blocks of emeralds. We'll put you in there, put you in there. Yeah, so like we're acquiring redstone pretty rapid with these guys, and then I'll hop up back up there and I'll do like another 10-15 minutes worth of AFK in while doing bits and pieces on the computer. So it's a pretty decent sort of AFK setup. And it's one of them situations that it's not a case that I could just leave my guy at AFK and all of this gets done. It's a case that this is one that I'll be sort of semi AFK at, doing the XP grinding, then I'll come down here, do some trades, leave my guy back up there while I go and do bits and pieces. So it is pretty handy, to be honest with you, and I'm quite happy with the setup. But hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode, and I know at the beginning where we sort of created, well, where I spent ages creating an actual, just a leaf crusher for getting the apples without realising that you could trade the apples with the farmers, is a little bit annoying. One of them facepalm moments for me. I actually recorded like a 10-minute segment of building that leaf crusher, say apple farm, and then after I found out you could trade it, I was just like, nope, scrap all of that. We'll just do like a quick 2-minute segment on that. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I actually enjoyed my time playing with Jack and Sai yesterday, moving the villagers. Both of them two was a great help breeding up the villagers for me and helping me move them all, and then doing the mass infections as well as the mass curings, which I had no idea was even a possibility, because it's good to know for the future reference, because we are planning on doing a big sort of villager build obviously at some point. So knowing that I can mass infect and mass cure a load of them is definitely handy to know. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.